This magic box will transform your life and bring unparalleled power into your music making. Special one-time only Black Friday Easter Solstice sale. You can purchase this magic box, normally $400, now discounted to $199, but only 1 hour left, featuring exclusive vapor synthesis bandwave compression technology used by... So this happens all the time. We are scrolling around and we see some new magic box, and the people selling it to you are doing their best to convince you that it is the only thing that you are missing. The only thing you're missing is their magic box. Their goal is to make you think that what is standing in between you and achieving your dreams is this consumable item. When you put it that way, it's actually a pretty easy sell. You are you. You have the knowledge that you have, but like everyone else, you also have gaps in your knowledge and gaps in the tools that are in front of you. In this story, the only thing separating you and your favorite musician is this magic box. Who wouldn't fork over $200 for this magic box? It's magic, after all, and it's going to solve your problems. So what do? Well, you only have 1 hour before the sale ends, so you buy the magic box. You bring it home, and if you're like me, you get a rush, kind of a great feeling, like you've accomplished something great. You excitedly try it out. Maybe for a few days, you feel a certain sense of new possibilities. You can do all sorts of new stuff that you couldn't do before. But over time, the excitement wears off. You start to see the limitations of this magic box. And you see that the distance between you and your favorite musician is still quite vast. Maybe you made a little progress, maybe. But maybe once you get your new magic box, you start to realize that you are further away from your heroes than you even knew. Until, brand new magic box that will solve all your problems. Story time. So I'll be showing my age a little bit, but when I was young, we didn't have YouTube and we only had a fraction of the online resources that we have right now. So we had to get that knowledge where we could. And one day I was watching MTV, and on it was MTV Cribs, and the Wu-Tang Clan was on. So RZA, one of my favorite producers, mentioned a magic box.
My little analog SansAmp. I know y'all producers might want to get one of these right here. Makes your drone real gritty and dirty. So that's an industry secret RZA just gave away for free on MTV, all right?
He says it quickly, so I couldn't even keep up the first time I saw it, but eventually I learned that he was talking about the SansAmp PS1. It's a distortion box for guitars mostly, but he was using it on his drums. I was young, and I believed deeply that I needed that magic box. And if I had it, I could produce music like RZA did. At that time, it cost about $400. So I saved up for quite a while and then finally got it used. And it was fine. It distorts your drums in a nice and customizable way. I had it for a while, but then I sold it. Here's what it sounds like on drums. It didn't solve all of my problems. In fact, at that time I was making kind of a different style of music than Wu-Tang Clan. It wasn't rough and dirty like some of their songs. So it actually didn't solve many of my problems. But here's the thing about magic boxes. In the right context, for the right job, they are quite like magic. There are highly specific musical situations when you want a very unique sound, and only a specific box can do it. That's why this was so valuable to RZA. I encourage all of us to start thinking of magic boxes, and I'm talking about both virtual, digital, and physical, as specialized devices. They're not do everything, solve everything. They solve highly specific, highly unique problems. And in the right situation, when you know what you're doing, they can be close to magic. But outside of that, they have a tendency to gather dust. The thing about making music is it's a form of expression. We all have our own unique way and our own voice that we're all learning how to use every day. Even if you work in the same genre as somebody else, you might find that a magic box that works for them really well doesn't really work for you, and vice versa. So should you buy the holiday sale magic box that will solve all your problems? Maybe. What you really need to do is take a hard look at your current tools and push them to the end of their limits. Push your stock plugins until their breaking point. See if there's a free or low-cost option that maybe you could try out. And then, and only then when you've found the limit, then you can do the research about which specialized tools could help solve your problems. If you decide that this one is the right one for you, and it happens to be on sale, sure, buy the magic box. But if you haven't done what you can with what you have yet, if you haven't explored the limits of your current tools, if you haven't even learned what the problems are that this magic box could solve, save your money.